Hello guys, my name is Gran, and sometimes people ask me if I can make an edit for free for them. They say it doesn't matter how good it will be, they just want 1 minute edit and that's it. I always respond that it takes so much time to make it for free, and a lot of people asking me why I'm disagreeing or why I'm not doing an edits for free. Doesn't matter, it can be short. So I decided to make a detailed video about how much time does it takes to make a decent CSGO edit. Before this video starts, I want to say that I will count every minute possible to show approximately closest result to the real one. So first thing that every movie maker starts with is searching for a good track. Sometimes editors have their playlist with good tracks, but personally I always have an idea for Fragmovie and I need to find a good song for it. Also, there's some accidents when people want specific genre or specific artists, and I should decide if it's possible to make an edit with their preferable song. If I wouldn't find something, then we both decide which song we will choose. But we are talking about paid edits, right? What about edits for my channel? I mean, it takes so much less because you can choose any music you want. So if you are making for your channel, it can take up to 30 minutes to search for music, or if you already have a track, then it doesn't even take 1 minute. If it's paid edit and people want to hear something they want, then I will say it also takes about 30 minutes to search for a good and decent track. Another thing which actually sometimes pisses me off are demos. Usually people send their demos and clips to make edit with, but there are some accidents I witnessed when person wanted an edit and I should have searched for his clips on my own, like from Twitch, from Faceit, ECA and other platforms, and it takes so much time to find something that is really good, and it can take up to 2 weeks to just find demos. Also, if person has not a lot of highlights in the past month, then you must wait for him to make a play. You may ask, why only in the past month, right? I mean, because I'm personally taking frags from Faceit mostly, and Faceit allows to download demos which are only 1 month old. And if they are older than 1 month, then it's impossible to download them, and this is the biggest problem I witnessed so far. And if person gives you demos, then it doesn't really take any time, but please write it around nicknames, because otherwise it's just bad. Next thing is recording, and this is probably the longest thing in the whole movie making process so far. Usually I record at 0.25 speed for slow motions and to make the video more smooth. And now it's just about counting really. If clip is 1 minute long, then it takes minimum 4 minutes to just record it. Also, don't forget that CSGO demos are so laggy, and if the play happened in overtime, then pressing the go to previous round button takes about 30 seconds to just go to the exact round you need. Also, sometimes editors want to record camp paths. Firstly, they need to set camp path points, which usually takes about 5 minutes for me. Firstly, you need to set them properly. Then go to previous round, which I said if it's OT play, it takes about 30 seconds, and then you record it also in slow speed. I usually make a host frame rate 1000 because you don't know if you need to speed it up during editing or slowing it up, so it's better to record it slower than faster. And it takes about 3 to 4 minutes as well to record campus, and not all campus but only one. Before we'll go editing, I made some calculations and I want to say that usually 1 minute clip is getting cut up to 10 or 15 seconds to show only frags. And let's pretend you want to make 4 minutes edit, and if 1 minute frag is usually 10 seconds, you need at least 24 clips plus some camp paths to make 4 minutes edit. And if 1 minute clip takes approximately 6 minutes to record, then it takes about 2.5 hours to record it non-stop. And it means you cannot do any other things and go away from your computer because you need to constantly press recording buttons, change demos and stuff. 2.5 hours straight to set settings for demos, and usually I'm cutting this process to 2 days because it may sound easy to set 2.5 hours straight, but in reality it's harder than you think. Also, you need to remember that some clips are not 1 minute long. They might be even more if it has bomb land and other situations. Also, don't get rid of the fact that some movie makers record with Merv streams, which takes hell lot of more time than recording with ShadowPlay, as I usually do. Personally, I tried that, and it took at least half an hour to record one clip, and it may take 12 hours straight recording, which is personally, I think, impossible. So now let's talk about editing. As I said before, recording takes probably longest time in the whole movie making process, as editing does as well. Firstly, we need to decide which clip fits best in one or another moment. Usually at the drop I'm putting off plays or spray downs, and in the verse I usually put clutches and pistol rounds. And editing is based on experience, I will say. More you edit, the faster you get into the idea how to edit other clips. For me, editing process takes up to a week, sometimes more, because I always want to show something new in my edits and I need to think something new, and it takes up to 3 hours searching for effects and other stuff. Also, in some special edits I do lower thirds, which also takes a lot of time. You need to download every team logos, which takes about 5 minutes. You need to render every single lower third to insert it into the main editing software, and it takes up to 1 hour to make every lower third. And the last thing is rendering. Rendering usually takes up to 2 hours if Fragmovie is 4 minutes long. It's different for everyone because it depends on your hardware, but as I said, it personally takes about 2 hours for me. So now, in conclusion, let's sum up everything. In the best way possible, you can take 5 minutes searching for music, plus 8 minutes approximately time to set up the demo and Death Notice in 24 demos, plus 150 minutes straight recording, plus 30 minutes camp path setup plus recording, plus 1 week editing, which is 168 hours or 10,080 minutes, plus rendering 2 hours, which is 120 minutes. If we sum up everything, it takes about 173 hours straight, or 1 week and 2 days straight recording and editing for 4 minutes video. I mean straight. And now let's pretend everything went bad and wrong. So 30 minutes searching for music plus searching for demos for 2 weeks, which is 20,160 minutes, plus 8 minutes demo setup in 24 demos, plus 12 hours, which is 720 minutes if you're recording with merge streams, plus 2 hours, which is 120 minutes for rendering every clip, plus adding effects in After Effects, because you need to combine every merge streams clip into single one, so it takes 2 hours, and editing for 1 week, which I said 10,080 minutes, plus rendering 2 hours, which is 120 minutes, and it takes almost 22 days straight searching, recording and editing, and you must agree that this is almost impossible to make. It takes around 10 days to make a decent without any advanced effects, 4 minutes edit if you help as much as you can with demos and music, and it's even without any breaks, it's straight recording and editing. If you want something advanced and do nothing to help to make this edit, then it can take up to a month or even more to make 4-minute video, and as I said, without any breaks. So what can you learn from this video? Firstly, if you buy an edit and you want to get it as fast as possible, then be sure it can be not as best as you could have imagined, because time is the best thing that every video editor could have, and everything really depends on deadline. And also please, as I said before, if you can, make a folder with music and demos, name like route underscore nickname underscore action, so it really helps movie makers to search for exact round, so it takes hell less a lot of time. So now probably after watching this video you got the answer why editors do not want to make a free edits, even if they are short ones, even they are for friends, but still it takes a lot of time to make an edit. I really hope you will change your opinion on video editors, and hopefully in the future you will be more respectful for editors. Thank you for watching this video and see you in my future videos.